Hi everybody, welcome to the Limit Breakdown, where we give you news, interesting facts on everything going on in entertainment. I'm your host, Sid.
I'm Migs.
And we're going to do our weekly roundup for the week ending in January 21st. So Migs, want to kick us off?
Let's start with those box office numbers.
The box office numbers. What were the top 5 movies that were grossing the last week?
All right, so this past weekend, starting at number 5, it is Migration, the animated movie.
Ah, the one with the birds.
Yep, 5.3 million.
Nice.
Coming in right after it at number 4, Anyone But You with 5.4 million.
Okay.
At number 3, Wonka with 6.7 million.
Nice. I've been wanting to see that movie, actually.
At number 2, the Jason Statham action flick, The Beekeeper.
Yeah.
With 8.4 million.
Damn.
So.
Nice.
And for the second week in a row, the number 1 movie in America, Mean Girls, with 11.7 million.
Nice. That's fantastic. I actually really want to do see Beekeeper.
Yeah. I mean, it's we haven't done these in a while, so it's going to take a little bit to get back into the swing of things and kind of see what these start developing into. I know of note, Aquaman is doing slightly better than expected.
Surprising.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have a huge domestic take, but it did come in just outside of the top 5. It came in at number 6. It's done about 180 domestically, and it's closing in on 400 million worldwide.
Okay.
It had a budget of 205 million, so it should be clearing that, and it's already beat The Flash and
I'm actually surprised.
and Black Adam.
Wow, I'm actually really surprised.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, we're going to shift our focus to some news and interesting tidbits that have happened this past week. If you don't mind, I'm going to kick off this one.
Go for it.
All right. So, fun fact. I don't know if you have seen the anime Sword Art Online.
Yes.
I've seen the first 2 or 3 seasons. They were good. And after that, I stopped watching because it got boring. Anti-Homes. They're coming out with a new movie. So there's already a movie that came out, I think, 2022.
Animated, I'm assuming.
Animated, yes.
Okay.
And they're coming out with another movie. It's in production that's supposedly supposed to come out towards the end of 24. Slated. So a lot of fans that like Sword Art Online, new movie coming out. Another thing that's going to be coming out, which you will like, is Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Season 3. So season 3 of Star Wars: The Bad Batch is coming out February 21st.
Oh man,
so next month.
I didn't know that was that close.
Yep. So as of today's recording, it'll be 1 month from now.
Okay.
Coming out. And lastly, this is a little bit of a big-ish news. Netflix, Netflix creates their own films, right? Or they produce their own films. The head film chairman, I guess, for Netflix, who does all their films and does the production for them, is actually leaving.
Oh.
So he is the one that, so obviously due to COVID, Netflix movie became a lot more popular because everything was being streamed. So luckily they got a huge bump there, but all the Netflix movies that have been produced in the past 5 years was from a guy named Scott Stuber.
Okay.
And he is leaving Netflix to create his own production company.
Interesting.
And he'll be making his own movies. And he said he's like, as much as I like my time here, it was more about pumping movies out and making money.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I want to create quality over quantity.
I want to do it for the art.
Yes, those are his exact words. He wants to do quality over quantity. So he will be leaving sometime mid-summer, I believe, exiting Netflix. Somebody else will take over. He's going to do his own thing.
Okay.
Yep.
So I've got a couple of items. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this particular director. It's Kenya Barris. And they are working on a couple of remakes of some beloved classic films. So they are planning on remaking The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Yeah. And they are changing the setting from Kansas to Inglewood, California.
So this is I'm assuming not a direct remake.
No, it's more of a reimagining.
Okay.
So instead of having Dorothy come from Kansas, it's gonna be a Dorothy that's from Inglewood, California.
She's gonna do the. I swear to God, if they do the floss,
yeah,
in Oz.
And the other one that they're working on that's got me a little bit more concerned because I'm a little bit more emotionally invested is a remake of It's a Wonderful Life.
No way.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Yeah, I absolutely love that movie as well. And so I am going to be very critical.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, It's a Wonderful Life is an old black and white movie. It is a very heartwarming movie.
It's also very sad.
It's a very sad movie. That's the movie where the "You want the moon, I'll get you the moon" scene, right? Okay, so the famous scene, famous quote that "You want the moon, I'll get you the moon. I'll tie a rope around it and bring it close." Right? That famous quote comes from "It's a Wonderful Life."
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
So Kenya Barris is working on remakes for both of those.
Do they have the cast for it yet? No?
It's still in production. It's still working on it. But
that's some news right there. All right.
Speaking of things that are in production, so James Gunn has confirmed that the Elseworld Superman project that was going to be directed by J.J. Abrams is still in development at DC.
Okay.
So before
This is the Man of Tomorrow. Or the other one?
No, this is the one where they were talking about doing the black version of Superman, where it was rumored that it might be what's the guy from Creed? Killmonger.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, where they were talking to Michael B. Jordan about possibly playing Superman.
Oh, right. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so before the end of the DCEU, you know how they did the Batman as basically an Elseworld story, a Batman story that doesn't take place in the main. They were talking about doing a Superman story like that. And when the James Gunn took over as head of creative for DC, then it wasn't clear what the status on some of these projects were going to be. So he was asked about it in an interview, and he pretty much confirmed that the movie is still in development. He didn't mention any details as far as what stage of development it was in, if they had already had cast or anything, or script or anything like that. But he did say that it is still happening.
Nice. That'd be pretty cool.
Speaking of things not being confirmed, there is a rumor, as we know, last month.
Rumorville.
Right. Last month, Marvel released Jonathan Majors, and dropped him from the MCU. And a lot of us kind of assumed that they were going to pivot away from Kang and move on to another big bad. Yeah. And they may still very well do that. But apparently Kevin Feige, the rumor is going around that they are looking at recasting for Kang and not. So if that means that maybe they'll try to give the character at least a proper send-off, before moving on, by having a recast, or if they might continue with the original plan of having Avengers 5 still be Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, I think that's a way better idea. I think recasting would be a way better idea than pivoting to a different character. As much as I would like a different character, I think the way they're building it, just recast, man.
So yeah, I mean, and especially with the multiverse, like it lends itself perfectly to just bringing somebody else in. So at least for the foreseeable future, it looks like Kang the character will still be alive. Part of the MCU.
Fair.
The Marvels is set to start streaming on Disney Plus on February 7th.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So that if you didn't get a chance to see it, it's coming to Disney Plus fairly quickly.
Nice.
I'm going to give a spoiler warning. So there have been a lot of set photo leaks, and this is pertaining to Deadpool 3. So if you don't want to see any potential spoilers, skip the next 25 seconds. But
skipping now.
But yeah, so I'm showing you this. I'm going to post it up front. But these are leaked.
What? No way.
This is a leaked set photo from Deadpool 3. So it looks like Keanu Reeves is gonna cameo as some type of different version of Wolverine.
That's hilarious. All right, well, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So do you have anything else as far as news?
No, that's all I got for our news this week.
I'm sorry. I'm a big fat liar.
Yes,
I
he
did
is.
have something else.
Skinny.
This is more comic book related.
Okay.
So
I like how you just step back for that one. He's like,
oh yeah, no, I'm about to get my geek on. I hope you fully understand. I'm about to fully nerd the hell out right.
Nerd out. All right, what you got?
So the MCU is largely based on the Ultimate line of comics.
Yeah.
Right. During the Secret Wars event from 2015, they basically destroyed the Ultimate Universe and ended that line of comics. There's a character from that universe called the Maker, which is basically the evil version of Reed Richards. He's kind of been hanging around the main 616 continuity for a while, and you hadn't really heard from him. Well, TLDR, they're bringing the Ultimate line of comics, and Ultimate Spider-Man #1 just premiered earlier this month. Okay. And it is focused on a version of Peter Parker that never got bitten by the radioactive spider. And he's married to Mary Jane. They have 2 kids. And he finds out that the Maker rebooted the Ultimate Comics universe and made it so that none of the heroes ever got their powers. So this is a Marvel universe without heroes, basically. And
So they're just normal.
Yeah.
They're just living their everyday life.
Yeah. And so...
And Tony Stark's real name is Elon Musk.
Don't give that man that much credit.
Anyways.
But anyway, so it's gotten a lot of people really hyped up. The current run of Spider-Man comics has gotten a lot of flack because they keep doing my boy dirty. And all we want to do is see him be happily ever after with his favorite redhead, and they just keep dangling that carrot in front of him and just not letting him catch it. It's like Lucy with the football. Like they just keep doing him wrong. And so seeing this, a mature version of Peter Parker, a family man version of Peter Parker, is I think what a lot of people have been wanting to see. And then at the end of the last issue, it showed one of the characters revealing to Peter why he felt like there was something missing, and then handing him a vial with the radioactive spider. So then you just see a silhouette of the Spider-Man mask logo.
Nice.
So I'm excited for this series of comics. I'm
gonna go
see
pick
where
that
it
up.
goes. But yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to wrap up this session of the weekly roundup. Please let us know in the comments section what you liked about what we talked about. If there's anything that we missed, anything you want us to talk about for next week. And as always, don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with some more content.